Archangel Michael says, the moment you open this message, the light begins to shine on what has been buried for far too long. There is a secret surrounding your life that someone never intended for you to uncover. But now, divine timing is breaking every seal, and what was locked in silence is finally being exposed. You may have sensed it, an uneasiness, a whisper in your spirit, a vibration that something was always off. This person mastered the art of pretending, concealing, covering their tracks with skillful lies. But nothing remains hidden when heaven's hand decides it's time for the truth to thunder forward. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart, because what's about to come to light will shift how you see everything. A timeline has been altered, and someone close to you has twisted it for their advantage, thinking you would never trace the roots. But divine justice has begun to stir the air, and even the quietest deception is now trembling before the presence of truth. This individual thought they were safe, believed their actions buried deep enough to never surface. But they forgot that heaven has eyes everywhere and remembers everything. You are about to find evidence, conversations, messages, pieces of a puzzle they never thought you'd solve. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their silence was never innocent, it was a form of protection, for themselves. What they were hiding was not just a memory, but a choice, a decision that shaped both your paths. They stood in a place of power over your emotions, controlling outcomes with manipulation disguised as love. Years passed, and they watched you suffer confusion, emotional exhaustion, and unanswered questions. They acted like nothing ever happened, like the ghosts behind their words didn't haunt you daily. But now, the divine mirror is turning around to show their true reflection, raw, real, undeniable. You were never crazy for feeling what you felt. The sleepless nights, the moments of fear, the disconnection in their eyes, it all meant something. Heaven saw every tear you held back and every moment you questioned your own sanity. A locked drawer, a hidden letter, a message deleted but saved elsewhere, it will fall into your hands. This discovery is not an accident, it's the awakening of justice wrapped in the power of divine intervention. You are about to realize that everything that didn't make sense was part of a plan to keep you unaware. Type Amen to get blessing 496. Archangel Michael says, the winds have changed direction, and the tide has turned toward clarity. The secret is tied to your past, but its exposure will shape your future in powerful ways. You have unknowingly been walking with someone who wore a mask crafted to protect themselves, not to love you. This secret was seeded in fear, watered by shame, and shielded by desperation. But truth never stays buried forever, especially not when it's blocking your divine inheritance. The exposure is not here to break you, it's here to set you free from the web they wove. They thought you were too trusting to notice. They underestimated the fire in your spirit, the resilience in your soul, and the power backing your life. The moment they hid it, the angels began watching, recording, and waiting for this very moment. The secret will not just be revealed, it will be confirmed. A voice from the past, a call, a photograph, or a slip of the tongue will betray their illusion. And in that second, all your instincts that you silenced will rise with undeniable force. Type Amen to get blessing 614. They loved you, but their loyalty was divided. There was another life behind the life you thought you shared. A financial transaction, a promise made, or a betrayal so personal, it was done behind your back while smiling in your face. This person held the keys to your past in one hand and locked away your peace in the other. But God says no more. What's been hidden will now scream through silence. You deserve truth, even if it shakes the foundation of everything you believed was real. You are not meant to live in illusions, no matter how well-dressed they appear. Even if the secret hurts, it will clear the fog from your path. It will set you on course toward real alignment, divine destiny, and honest connections. Your strength was built through confusion, but your breakthrough is arriving through revelation. Heaven allowed this delay not to punish you, but to preserve you for the right time. That time is now, and what was once whispered in shadows will echo in daylight. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, even the walls of their soul are shaking now. They sense something is coming, and they're afraid, not of you, but of what you'll finally see. Their nightmares are not about losing you, but about facing the reflection of their own betrayal. Everything that was misaligned is being set back in order. You will find your voice in the evidence, and your healing in the exposure. This secret has delayed your abundance, but no more, your breakthrough is tied to this unveiling. There is something written, dates, names, receipts, or digital traces. You may stumble upon it when you're not even looking. But when you do, it will feel like puzzle pieces clicking into place for the first time. You might feel anger, sadness, and even confusion at first. Let yourself feel it all, because in that moment, you're not breaking down, you're breaking free. This truth will mark the beginning of your unshakable clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 855. This person still doesn't think you'll ever find out. They laugh with others, speak confidently, and act as if their hands are clean. But soon, their words will betray them, their eyes will falter, and their energy will shift in your presence. Your spiritual sensitivity will increase. You'll begin to feel more, sense more, and the illusions they carry won't sit right with your soul. Even if they try to cover it again, your intuition will be too sharp to miss the signs. You have divine eyes now, eyes that see through charm and manipulation. Heaven is aligning moments, people, and signs to guide you to what they hoped you'd never find. They will try to justify it, twist it, even apologize, but truth will not be diluted. Forgiveness is yours to give, but awareness is yours to keep. This time, you will not fall for their performance. You will stand in truth, clothed in strength, and wrapped in the armor of divine protection. Type Amen to get blessing 934. They thought silence was strength, but it was cowardice. They thought hiding the truth would protect you, but it imprisoned you. They thought they could control the narrative, but heaven has the final say. This is not just a revelation, it is a rescue mission for your soul. Your future needed this clarity to launch forward without hindrance. There is no more delay, no more guessing, no more waiting in confusion. Archangel Michael says, be ready, once it starts unfolding, it won't stop. The truth will come like a flood, and all the broken timelines will be restored. What was meant to hurt you will now empower you beyond your imagination. Let them panic. Let them fumble and explain. You own no performance, just presence, and the courage to embrace what is finally yours, the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 1027. Your heart deserves honesty, your future demands clarity, and your spirit is built for truth. This secret was the final chain. And now, it breaks. Your eyes will not be filled with tears of betrayal, but tears of release. You are not the same person who was wounded in the past, you are rising, powerful and awake. Everything changes from this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You are not just receiving a revelation. You are receiving your spiritual promotion into a life where no lies can follow you. Every truth that once frightened you is now bowing at your feet, begging for recognition. They were strategic, timing their words and actions like a game of chess. But they forgot that the game was never theirs to control. God was always watching, and now He's rewriting every chapter they tried to close behind your back. You will no longer question if you're being too dramatic, too suspicious, or too emotional. Because soon, the facts will stand tall in front of you, undeniable, unshakable, unavoidable. The pieces will fall, and with them, their entire narrative will crumble into dust. This is not just personal, this is prophetic. What you're about to witness is a divine exchange, pain for peace, confusion for confidence, deception for discernment. Your story is being restored by fire, and you are emerging untouched, pure, and powerful. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. You may feel tempted to confront them with fury. But you won't need to raise your voice, your presence alone will speak louder than their guilt. Heaven is placing a calm fire within you that cannot be shaken by their reaction. They may deny, deflect, or act shocked. But your soul will know what's real, and the truth will land where it belongs, in the open. They may run, but they cannot hide from what has already been exposed in the spirit. You were meant to discover this exactly now, not a minute earlier. Because now, you're strong enough to hold the weight of the truth without breaking. Now, you see through divine eyes, and you're no longer begging for crumbs of explanation. They never imagined you would rise above their betrayal with such grace. They underestimated your power, your growth, your divine connection. But you are no longer who you were when they first chose to lie. Type Amen to get blessing 1390. The secret is older than you think. It began with a choice, a selfish moment they never truly apologized for. They watched the damage grow, silently, and told themselves it would go away. You lived in a storm they created but refused to acknowledge. But your spirit held you through it all, and now it demands the justice that was long delayed. Justice not through revenge, but through truth, balance, and your undeniable rise. This is your divine reset. You are walking out of the shadow of their lies and into the full power of your own truth. No more doubting your worth, your memories, or your inner voice. God is lifting the veil so high that everyone around you will see what they tried to conceal. The ones who didn't believe you will now witness the truth with their own eyes. And those who gaslight your emotions will have no more words. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. You will reclaim everything that was lost in the fog of confusion. Every broken dream, every delayed blessing, every piece of you they tried to suppress. It's all returning, multiplied, drenched in divine fire, restored through heaven's hands. You will walk into places that once triggered your pain with peace in your heart. You'll face those who doubted you with grace and undeniable strength. The glow around you will not be cosmetic, it will be spiritual and impossible to ignore. You are not just discovering a secret, you are uncovering the blueprint of your next chapter. This exposure will close one book and open a new one written by your Creator. A book where your name is no longer bound to betrayal, but crowned in victory. They will hear about your glow, your peace, your elevation, and it will torment their spirit. Not because you punished them, but because you flourished after truth came. And the silence they used to control you will now haunt them. Type Amen to get blessing 1511. There will be signs everywhere. You'll hear their name when you're not thinking of them. You'll see repeating numbers, hidden clues, and dreams that replay moments they thought were buried. The truth will arrive like thunder, then echo like a bell that cannot be unrung. And once it's out, your life will never return to the shadows again. The sun will rise, and it will rise just for you. This discovery won't end you, it will transform you. You will walk differently, breathe differently, love differently. You will no longer wait for validation from people who never had your back. Archangel Michael says, they've already begun to feel uneasy. They sense that something has shifted in the spirit. The protection they once relied on has lifted, and their secrets are no longer shielded. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They may try to twist your discovery into a misunderstanding. They may play victim or rewrite the story in their favor. But no weapon formed in lies will prosper in the presence of divine truth. You don't need to argue with liars. You don't need to defend what God has confirmed. He is your witness, your judge, and your vindicator. You will be surrounded by confirmation after confirmation. People will come forward, information will surface, and patterns will connect. And by the time you see the full picture, you'll wonder how you ever doubted yourself. This is not a coincidence, it's a divine climax. And you, chosen one, are not here to stay stuck in confusion anymore. Your breakthrough has arrived, and it's wearing the truth like armor. Type Amen to get blessing 1711. There is a door that was blocked by this secret. A relationship, a financial opportunity, a life-changing move, it was paused. But now, that door is unlocking because your eyes are ready to see and your hands are ready to receive. Every lie they told built a wall between you and your next level. But now, that wall is coming down, and everything that was delayed is rushing toward you. Favor, alignment, real love, clarity, it's all arriving now that the air has been cleared. This isn't revenge, this is release. You're letting go of the poison they planted and inhaling the freedom you've always deserved. Their energy can no longer touch you, your protection has been doubled. This was never just about them. It was about preparing you for the truth without breaking your spirit. Now that you know, now that you see, nothing will ever be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 1808. You will no longer feel the need to explain yourself to those who once sided with the lie. Because the evidence will speak louder than your words ever could. And the same mouths that doubted you will now speak your vindication. This discovery will change how people see you. The sympathy you never received before will now come in waves. But you won't need it, you've already survived the worst part in silence. Now it's time for celebration, not sorrow. You will feel the shift in your atmosphere, lighter, clearer, stronger. The air around you will no longer be heavy with doubt and confusion. People will come to you with confessions, apologies, and uncomfortable truths. Let them come. Not for their peace, but for your closure. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They might try to reconnect, rebuild, or reset what they destroyed. But your spirit will be too elevated to return to what was never real. You are no longer accessible to lies wrapped in smiles. This person underestimated your spiritual team. They never imagined that angels, dreams, and divine timing would expose what they buried. But now, they know, they were never one step ahead. You will be able to trace every consequence back to this hidden truth. Suddenly, all the delays, confusion, and emotional sabotage will make perfect sense. And as that understanding washes over you, so will healing. You're not bitter, you're better. You're not broken, you're built. You're not stuck, you're chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. This is your divine recompense. What they tried to hide from you will now elevate you. What they kept from you will now come chasing you multiplied. They whispered about you in shadows. But God is preparing to announce you in the spotlight. Every lie they told is becoming a stepping stone to your public recognition. You will be shocked at the peace you feel when the truth finally lands. Not angry, not hysterical, just powerful and unshaken. Because deep down, your spirit always knew. Archangel Michael says, you are not here to chase truth, it's coming to you directly. In conversations you weren't meant to hear. Through people who never wanted to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. Screenshots, recordings, journal entries, receipts, these will be your divine confirmations. You will not just hear it, you will see it. It will leave no room for doubts or second guessing. This is how God protects His chosen, through undeniable clarity. There is no fog, no gray area, only truth, bold and bright. And in the presence of truth, all darkness flees. You are about to walk differently, talk differently, and love differently. You'll stop settling for the bare minimum. You'll stop excusing people's bad behavior. Because now, you've seen what it costs to believe a lie. And now, you know the value of your peace. You won't trade it again, not for anyone. Type Amen to get blessing 2233. The one who hid this from you will lose their grip. Not because you exposed them, but because the truth exposed itself. Heaven doesn't need your vengeance, only your obedience to keep moving forward. People will say, I always wondered, or I had a feeling. But they didn't act, and that's okay, you don't need their validation now. You needed truth, and that's what God is delivering. This person will watch you rise in full truth and full glory. They will remember the moment they chose lies over transparency. And they will carry the weight of that decision for the rest of their life. You, on the other hand, will walk with peace in your mind and fire in your feet. Because nothing can stop a soul finally aligned with its own truth. This is your moment, and nothing can take it from you now. Type Amen to get blessing 2300. Let your spirit rest, chosen one. The battle is over, the lies are finished, the curtain has fallen. Truth has spoken, and now the story belongs to you. You will wake up feeling lighter. You'll breathe easier and laugh louder. Because truth doesn't just expose, it frees. Let them deal with their choices in silence. You've got blessings to walk into, doors to unlock, and miracles to host. This chapter is closed with truth as your final sentence. Type Amen to get blessing 2404. You're stepping into a season where nothing hidden can remain in your presence. You've become too spiritually elevated for secrets to sit silently beside you. Every dark thing is trembling now because your light has intensified beyond disguise. Your voice will carry more weight than ever before. Because it's no longer weighed down by confusion, heartbreak, or hidden manipulation. Now, your words are fueled by clarity, proof, and divine alignment. This person's influence over your life has officially ended. You are no longer entangled in the energy they created through years of misdirection. You are stepping out of their shadow and walking into the brilliance of your own truth. You have divine permission to separate from anything that once demanded your silence. You don't owe them softness, explanation, or reconciliation. You only owe yourself peace, healing, and the pursuit of your God-given joy. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. The world will start to look different now. What once confused you will suddenly be transparent. What once hurt you will now be a tool for your wisdom. You'll start seeing their patterns in other people, too. And that's not paranoia, it's protection. It's discernment growing inside you like a shield of truth. You are no longer prey for deception. You are a fortress of knowledge wrapped in light. And those who try to manipulate you now will be exposed even faster. Your circle will shift. Not everyone can stay around when truth starts to speak loudly. Some will flee, others will be revealed, and a few will stay and celebrate your rising. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. This moment is bigger than you know. It's not just about personal healing, it's about generational freedom. This secret affected your steps, your decisions, even your emotional legacy. But now, with truth in your hands, you can redirect the story. You can choose truth over trauma, peace over pretending. You can create a future without shadows chasing you. They'll try to rewrite history. They'll swear it wasn't what it looked like. But you'll have evidence stronger than their denial. Don't argue with ghosts. Just keep walking forward while they fade behind you. The truth has given you wings, not weights. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. Flashes of light. Money you were owed, opportunities that were blocked, peace that was delayed, it's all arriving now. Because when the secret left, it took the curse with it. They tried to hold your destiny hostage by hiding the truth. But heaven just repossessed everything they tried to control. And now, it's returning to you with divine acceleration. You are not a victim of this story, you are the prophecy. You are the one who survived what was never meant for your eyes. And now, those eyes see clearer than ever before. There is no shame in discovering the truth late. There is only power in what you choose to do with it. And you, chosen one, are choosing freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. You were never crazy. You were never wrong to feel the way you felt. You were spiritually alert while others stayed spiritually asleep. This person's web was complex. They used timing, silence, charm, and guilt to keep you under control. But heaven was always 10 steps ahead. The truth has already begun whispering into the ears of others. They're beginning to ask questions, starting to connect the dots. And soon, their lies will be shattered by a wave of undeniable truth. You are not just moving on, you are being promoted. God is taking this pain and using it to write your testimony. Your truth will now heal others who've been bound by similar secrets. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. No more walking with half-closed eyes. No more hugging people who poison you with secrets. No more calling pain loyalty. You are breaking every emotional chain they ever wrapped around you. You are walking away without looking back. Because you've seen the truth, and you can't unsee it. This secret was once your prison. Now it's your platform. And what once tried to destroy your identity will now confirm your calling. Archangel Michael says, you've earned the right to rest now. You don't have to fight anymore. Truth has fought for you, and it has already won. Type Amen to get blessing 3030.